Always beating, enthusing, never cheesing or choosing. 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 Homestar! Beating, enthusing, never cheesing or choosing. Always beating, enthusing, never cheesing or choosing. Always beating, enthusing, never cheesing or choosing. Always beating, enthusing, never cheesing.
Hello everybody, welcome to Tuning Stick. It's a show about Flash animation and the Homestar Runner hype machine. Actually, this is the stick, but we are going to do an episode that is similar to my other show, Tuning Fork, today. The album we're talking about today is not reviewed by Pitchfork Media, but we'll get into that. I'm David, and I don't have an AKA this week because I've been too focused on actually listening to this album.
That I'm Eden, AKA an ugly and stupid butt.
That is one of my favorites off of this album. So, yeah, this time we're talking about a CD that I believe is the only CD that ever got released as Homestar Runner merchandise, but it's Strong Bad Sings and Other Type Hits.
Yeah, I don't think there was any other ones. Like everything else that would have been something like this would have been DVD extras and stuff like that when it comes to like additional music.
Yeah, and there's 20 songs on here, 21 if you include a hidden track at the end of it, and they mostly come from like pre-existing songs on the site. They're like extended versions of those songs. But a couple of them are just song titles from the original year 2000 Strong Bad Sings tune that got made into quote-unquote songs, most of which are like 40 seconds long because they couldn't think of anything else to do with that title.
I'm very disappointed that they didn't have a version of Everyone Who Doesn't Like Me More Than Likely Sucks Really Bad.
Yeah.
Which the fake song titles from there.
Yeah, I liked that one. There was also one in that tune called like something like The Last Time That I Didn't Come in First Place Was Never, I mean earlier today.
Yeah, that's not there.
Which really gives you a sense of what year 2000 Strong Bad was all about. You know, gotta win those competitions.
He won all the competitions, he was the strongest man in the world, and he had a lot more wrestling mask in his accent.
He was some kind of wrestleman is the thing.
The one thing that you've got to know about Strong Bad is that he was some kind of wrestleman.
Yeah, so obviously this album did not get a Pitchfork review, but, you know, I feel like if it did, it would probably have gotten something like a 5.2 or something like that, you know, just so that they could say that they actually listened to it, and they thought that it tried too hard to be funny, even though they realized that it was culturally important or some shit like that.
Yeah, I wonder, like, do you think this is the kind of thing that ever could get, like, one of those weird Pitchfork retrospective joke reviews that they do every once in a while, where the whole review is written in character as someone, and...
You know, maybe. I have read a couple of those recently, and, ooh boy... Yeah, those could be hard to read through sometimes, but they can also be pretty funny.
I can't remember which one it is. You'd probably know this one better than I would, but they have one review I remember from high school where it sounds like it's a guy. It's written from the perspective of some guy on the bayou in Louisiana, and it has almost nothing to do with the actual content of the album that's being reviewed.
I'll have to look that one up.
It's basically, I mean, it's a really bad review of the album. It's basically a very wordy version of the jet monkey peeing in its own mouth review that they did.
Yeah. I wonder if that YouTube video they linked to is still up and like continues to get hits from that review.
That honestly, I hope so. That I feel like that review is sort of a cultural artifact.
Yeah,
that needs to be preserved. It's
they just like decide to host the monkey pissing video on their own channel one day, and like half of people who are subscribed to the Pitchfork YouTube channel have no idea why.
Yeah, they just get a video of a monkey peeing in its own mouth in their feed.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd like to see an episode of Over Under about the monkey peeing in its own mouth. Or maybe even the over-under interview would be of the monkey peeing in its own mouth.
Yeah, they invite the monkey into Juan's basement.
Yeah.
And then the monkey shows up and Jet is also there.
We thought we'd bring you two together to finally settle old quarrels. Welcome to this is Maury.
God.
Anyways, yeah, I'm looking at the track listing right now on the wiki page, and the one thing that I've noticed is that it's the first the first three songs, anyways, are all from actual tunes and aren't from the Strong Bad Sings Another Type Hits tune, as far as I can tell. Because it's got like Trogdor, The System Is Down, and the Strong Baddie National Anthem. And I was wondering if you think they did that because they were trying to I guess maybe
like front load it with the popular stuff.
Yeah, with the stuff that people would be expecting to hear, so that they can have some of the more like the original tracks coming later on.
Yeah, I think that makes sense. If I was gonna put the Trogdor theme on an album, I'd probably put it first.
That makes like I understand why they do it. It definitely feels like a very sort of like flagship song for Homestar. So
yeah, anybody I know who knows Homestar and they know a song from Homestar, it's probably that.
Yeah, because that was a meme, right? Like when the actual episode came out, the Trogdor the Burninator thing was like a meme, even for people who like wouldn't actually know what it was from.
Oh yeah, it got referenced on the finale of the entire show of Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Even like that's how popular Trogdor was.
That is an internet fact that I had not heard before. I feel like was it one of those references that was kind of like difficult to watch, or was it sort of a seamless reference?
Let's just start talking about the first track, because we're kind of talking about it now anyway. So let's talk about Trogdor.
Trogdor was a man. I mean, he was a dragon man. Or maybe he was just a dragon. But he was still Trogdor! Burninating.
So yeah, in Buffy the Vampire Slayer, I don't remember exactly what was happening in this episode except for this scene, which was I think Xander and Giles playing D&D with the character Jonathan, who originally was like one of the like bad nerd trio who was like who were kind of the villains in one of the seasons. And so Jonathan is the dungeon master, and he has Trogdor as one of the monsters that they're fighting. He's like, you open the door and you're confronted by Trogdor the Burninator, and he's like, he never gets described, or like any other references to Trogdor are used except for his name. Giles is like, I'm gonna try to use my bag of illusions, and he says, "Ha! Illusions on a Burninator? Silly British man."
All right,
that's about it.
Okay, that's tasteful. It isn't like, excuse me, Dad, I'm watching Trogdor. You've probably never heard of it, or something like that.
Can't you see that I'm watching Trogdor?
Excuse me, I'm kind of watching Trogdor over here.
Yeah. So this is the theme that played originally in the Trogdor Strong Bad email, called Dragon. But it's like a full extended version of it with actual guitar solos and everything. Strong Bad, when the guitar solos are playing, kind of, you hear him pipe up and talk about how wicked the guitar solos are, and because obviously Strong Bad, as we know, is a metalhead.
Yeah, the what's it called? I just like that they have the Trogdor song version without the sort of Casio keyboard drums that it was played on originally.
Yeah,
like because I think that's what they make all of their music on. Like in the actual like tunes themselves is all done on a Casio keyboard.
Yeah, like they have. I know that one of the keyboards they have is a Casio SK1. And I only know this because that's a keyboard that my dad had and gave to me when I was little to play with, so I like knew all the sounds that it could make. But that's like the keyboard they used to make the Teen Girl Squad theme, for example.
Oh, okay. I did not know that. I assumed the Teen Girl Squad music was just some sort of like stock audio they had found.
Yeah, no, it's like like the drum beat is just one of the pre-built-in drum beats in that keyboard, and that it's just the piano instrument.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. I can hear that. I imagine this one, then this version of Trogdor, it says it was also by HomestarRunner.com and by a band called You, also known as the Please Rock Collective. And it says that they were the ones who played most of the actual instruments on this.
Yeah, that makes sense. Like, I could see definitely that the Brothers Chaps could, like, if they were gonna do an actual album, they'd want to bring in some session musicians, because they probably aren't, like, actual multi-instrumentalists themselves.
Yeah, though, I'm surprised to see that, Matt and Mike both played a fair amount of instruments on this. Matt played a piano, and Mike played guitar, bass, and keyboards, and then the rest of it was all played by a band from Georgia that I guess they must have known from when they were younger or something.
Yeah, where are you reading the credits for it?
Oh, I'm on just the regular Wikipedia page for it.
Oh, okay.
And it has a link to a band called YOU, or the Please Rock Collective. And
Sure.
it says that they're best known as collaborators with the Brothers Chaps, and they've also put out a handful of albums on their own.
There's a group, a comedy band called Ninja Sex Party, and they've been around for about 10 years now, and they recently started recording albums also with a full band, which was just another band who they happen to know who came in and learned all their songs, and now they like tour with them and stuff.
I've heard of Ninja Sex Party. I used to get them. I don't remember what the actual band was called, but there was a band in like the mid 2000s that was like mildly popular dance rock band, and I used to always get the names confused. And I'm really
yeah. I think I know who you're talking about, but I don't remember what their name was.
Yeah, there was a band that, like, they had a name similar to Ninja Sex Party, but they were like a more serious band, I guess, than Ninja Sex Party was. I don't think they were like number one most serious group either, though. I'll mention it if it comes up, if I actually remember while we're doing the rest of this. But yeah, most people, I feel like even people who don't watch the show would probably have at least a vague memory of Trogdor if they came up in the same sort of time as the CD came out.
Yeah, for sure.
Because
I was 14. I was 14 years old when the CD came out, and I think I got it like the following year.
I was 5 years old when the CD came out. I've listened to the whole thing basically on YouTube at least once before coming back to record this. But the reason I was pretty sure about the Trogdor thing is when I used to, before the whole stuff came out, when I used to rewatch old Channel Awesome episodes, they seemed to reference Trogdor a lot. And so I figured it must have been at least a slightly outside of the site itself kind of phenomenon for that thing to be referenced.
Yeah, definitely.
The rest of these, I don't even know if they ever really had another moment like that where, just to kind of, go off on this for a moment, I don't know if they had another moment where they really had something from Homestar become like a big outside of the show itself sort of moment for them.
Yeah, I don't think so. Other than just the existence of Strong Bad himself, I guess, as the breakout character.
That's true. But yeah, after that they have the for track number 2 there, because Trogdor, it's just sort of a power metal song about Trogdor the Burninator, who's probably the most famous non-Strong Bad character from the website.
Yeah.
You've got the system is down. Which I remember accidentally buying a techno remix of on iTunes when I was in like grade school. I don't remember who does it now because that iPod is long since destroyed. But there was like a techno remix of it, of The System Is Down, that was like 9 minutes long.
Wow, that I'll have to find that at some point, because yeah, The System Is Down is from an early Strong Bad email where somebody asks him if he listens to techno, I think, and he just kind of starts commenting about what techno songs are like with his voice.
And I really enjoy the siren noise that he makes in The System Is Down. The is
Yeah, you could definitely light switch rave to that.
If you listen to this, okay. So this is I'm on the actual System Is Down song like page right now.
Yeah.
And in the remarks, it has if the song is listened to in stereo, the douche sound is panned or goes slightly from one speaker to the other. And there's apparently an entire page on the Homestar Wiki dedicated to the word douche.
Yeah, I was going to bring that up actually. That douche is used to indicate an explosion happening, I guess. Like that's the word they use. And I can only imagine that was like something that came out of Mike and Matt Chapman's lives. Like they were describing like an action movie to each other, and then he walks away from the building and it just goes douche.
Yeah, honestly, I think that's kind of the appeal of like Homestar Runner's whole style of humor is that it feels like in a lot of ways you're just listening to two people like the way that they would chat with each other, just like hanging out and talking about like stuff from the 80s and 90s that they liked, and like all of like the characters' sort of mannerisms of speaking is just kind of the inside jokes that an insular community develops when they all sort of have.
There's nothing that's trying to like be accessible about the way that they talk in Homestar Runner. Like it's entirely just you have to put yourselves in the minds of these characters.
And that's what I like about it a lot, is that it just does feel like, Matt and Mike Chapman, like the way that they would talk to each other translated into a show, and it's ended up creating like this whole, I imagine like quite a few people who probably still use Homestar-isms in their speech now. And I think it's kind of neat that the way that just two guys who are, just kind of people from Georgia, the way that they talk has kind of been taken up now by a whole lot of people because of this show. And I think I think there's something kind of cool about that.
Yeah, for sure. It's implied at the end of this song that Strong Bad is doing the whole thing at once just with his voice. Like he says, sorry, I can't keep that up for long.
We call that also. There's a scene in I think it's the DNA evidence like final episode where they kind of bring all of those little offhanded jokes together. There's a bit where you see you hear the sound of a crowd arguing, and when Strong Sad shushes them to tell them about it, Homsar closes his mouth and all of the crowd noise stops. It sort of reminds me of that, where he seems to have like magic powers of making that kind of like several mouth noises at once.
Yeah, or like how Sonor Card Gauge emits traffic sound.
Whenever he comes up, you hear the sound of a car pass by.
Let's talk about the Strong Badia national anthem.
Oh yeah. Oh, I like that. Come to the place where the tropical breezes blow. Come to the coolest place I know. The people are so great, but really there's only me, and that means I'm so great. And also there's the cheat. Oh, there's the cheat.
Oh, yeah, the population, the one that had I always forget where the line of him hoarsely singing "Population Tire" is from.
Yeah.
That's the Strong Badia national anthem featuring Miss Parts Matters first grade class.
Yeah, I'm not sure that like they're actual kids singing on this, but they sound like kids.
It might be.
They might just be like their friends' kids or something.
Yeah, because they've had he's had a couple of times. I think his his like little cousins do stuff on there, like because I know he had his actual cousins play Homestar's cousins in the not completed tune "Those Darn Cousins." I know they show them in the I think it's "Why Come the Only Girl." They show like what was what they did have recorded of them, and in one of the it was probably just his friends' kids, because I know a couple of times he brings on people's kids, or they bring on people's kids rather, to do voices for them, because they also have that one. Was it the most recent April Fool's tune? I think has a friend of theirs' kid telling them what she wants to see in the new April Fool's tune, where it just loads for 100 seconds.
Is that the same girl who was in like the puppet videos?
I think so.
I think that was like their niece or something. And then after Mike Chapman and Missy Palmer had a kid, then there was Very Little Girl, who was a baby at the time.
Oh, I never really watched many of like the Puppet Homestar ones because when I started watching the show, I just didn't like them for whatever reason.
Yeah.
And so I actually haven't seen a lot of them, but that would make sense. I think it's probably the same girl because her voice shows up a couple of times throughout the episodes.
And so the Strong Baddie national anthem, it's originally from another Strong Bad email. I think it's the original one about like he should start his own country or something like that. I don't remember exactly what the email was, but
that's from Flag Day, according to the website here. Okay,
yeah, sure, that makes sense. And yeah, so he's like, yeah, we have our own country. It's out behind the fence or whatever. It's like an empty lot behind the fence.
Oh, yeah. And its flag is a snake going through a tire holding a knife in its tail.
Yeah. The population, I believe, was listed as originally just population tire, but then later on, when asked to revisit like what was going to happen in the next couple months while the email writer was going to be gone, Strong Bad was like, the population of Strong Baddie will have tripled by then, so it'll be population tire and butt cake pan and Coach Z. I'm taking a leak.
Yeah, that sounds about right. What I think is kind of funny is if the population tire already appears to include was it the cheat and Strong Bad, because there's the people are so great, but really there's only me, and that means I'm so great, and also there's the cheat.
Yeah, so that you have to wonder, like, are they actually citizens of Strong Badia, or do they just visit and the only permanent citizen is Tyre?
That's true. Like, because why would it be named Strong Badia if the only member of its population was the Tyre?
Yeah. Then the Tyre breaks up with the cinder block.
Interesting questions.
The stop sign breaks up with the cinder block. That's what it was. Like, you are a stop sign and I am a cinder block.
The demographics of Strong Badia are a complicated series of questions. And especially how their identity is created from a man who has never actually been a resident of their city. In this essay, I will.
There's something we can say about the U.S. government here, but you can save that for the next time you're on HKIP, I think.
Yeah, I'll make sure this one is cross-posted with HKIP for being the most political episode of the stick.
I always love the line, the ones are always cold and the parties last all night. And there's probably lots of chocolate and population tire.
Yeah, because you can hear him struggling to make up more words.
Yeah.
Probably lots of chocolate and population tire.
Population tire.
And also, I believe at the beginning of this song, according to this, Strong Bad threatens to hit the children that are performing the song with him.
Yeah, Jerome, so show some respect.
Spit that gum out. Shut up. I'm going to freaking hit. Piano becomes more up-tempo.
Yeah.
Also, I'd like to, speaking of tempo, I'd like to briefly mention here that the HR Wiki list of the songs here includes the BPM of every single song down to like a 0.10 of...
Yeah, the hundredth of beats.
A hundredth of a beat. For example, the Strong Badia national anthem is 24.14 beats per minute, in case anyone out here wants to remix or include it in a DJ set.
I'm sure somebody has and probably will again.
Oh, absolutely. I feel like I said, I've definitely heard a remix of The System Is Down. I'll have to boot up my incredibly old computer at some point and find it on iTunes so I can mention it next time.
The next song is Oh Yeah Yeah. Which is another song that actually originally existed on the site before this CD came out. It's from the Strong Bad email Marzipan, which is email 59, which came out earlier the same year that the CD came out. The email came out January of 2003, and the CD came out in November. And the email was like, how come I've never seen you with any ladies, Strong Bad, if you're so good with the ladies? Marzipan doesn't seem to like you very much, and so he decides to try to make Marzipan say that she likes him, and when he comes up to her, she's already in the process of singing a song about how much she doesn't like him. And so that's what this song is, just her saying that she really, 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 really doesn't like him at all. And the extended version of it is just a rockin' punk song, like an indie punk song, where pretty much all the words are just really for about a minute solid.
Yeah, it's and what I like about this is they have the tablature for this one, and at the beginning she says the chords are A to D.
So you can learn it.
I think the chords are A to D, and then the change is F to G, or it could be the other way around. And then in the front facts it says it is the other way around. The chord scheme is D to A, then F to G.
I'm glad somebody figured that out for us.
Yeah. Honestly, like I'm always like mildly appreciative, at least, of the amount of effort that people on this site put into even like the absolute like smallest details of. The CD contains the music video directed by the cheat for These Peoples Try to Fade Me. While it should auto start on Windows-based computers, it will not start on a Mac OS-based computers. The name of the CD when it is in the drive is Super Secrets.
I'll have to put the CD back in the drive because I do have the CD still.
Do you know if like it's still possible to buy it for not extremely high prices on some like resale site?
I don't know. It might. I feel like they were selling it for a long time, so you can probably find a copy on like Discogs or something. Strong Bad Sings and Other Type Hits. There's 2 for sale right now, and the cheapest one is £7 and is shipped from South Africa. You can also buy one from the US for $13.68. So yeah, about the price of a CD.
Okay, that's not so bad. I might actually do that. Not right now, obviously, but I might do that in a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually didn't. I didn't remember that. Oh yeah, was from a female.
Yeah. It kind of sounds to me almost like a Pixies song. If you've ever listened to the Pixies, like from maybe their first or second album, when they were kind of like more of like almost like a hardcore punk band, and their songs were not much longer than this.
One of the ones that I never remember her name, but the girl who went on to form the Breeders, who was their bassist, Kim Deal.
Yeah, Kim Deal.
One of the ones she would have fronted on one of their early records.
Yeah, and Missy Palmer does have a nice voice.
That's honestly one of the things I was like throughout the whole album taken aback by is how much her and Matt Chapman have surprisingly like good singing chops. Like I don't want to talk about it too much right now, but there's the one where he sounds like he's doing a Metallica song. I'm moving very slowly.
Oh yeah,
that one it has surprisingly good range for someone who's doing comedy videos on the internet.
And he like stays on key and everything, and pretty sure there's no auto tune in this album.
Yeah, I can. It's a lot more than I could say for like Your Favorite Martian or like some of those other like contemporary comedy music acts.
Right. Yeah.
And you remember Your Favorite Martian?
I've never listened to them.
Okay, it was Ray William Johnson's. Don't listen to them, but like it was Ray William Johnson's music side project thing, and it's really awful. It's extremely dated and repeatedly very offensive.
Well, good.
Yeah, just
the last I really didn't look at comedy videos, like comedy music videos online for probably like 6 to 7 years, other than maybe Lemon Demon for a good bit. Like I knew that like occasionally the group Smosh would team up with like metalcore bands to do comedy songs.
Honestly, that's an extremely good decision of not watching internet comedy videos.
Yeah.
Like they're usually not very good.
Yeah, I was more into Flash cartoons than YouTube comedy videos. But yeah, let's move on to the first Limousine song on the album, Because It's Midnight.
Sunset Strip, California, West Hollywood. I'm gonna warn you, streets my soldier.
This is also from a tune, right? Oh yeah, it was from Monster Truck.
Oh yeah, I'm not sure that you actually heard it in that email, but I think it was at least referenced. Oh no, they're at the very end when he cuts to a photo of Limousine. You hear a tiny bit of the song, just the "I've got the heart of a lion and the wings of a bat because it's midnight."
I always get this, again, like, this is not the one that was... I'm surprised that they included this one first, because, like, the first Limousine song, as I'm aware, was the one that... I've supposed to... Did they do L.A. Woman, or whatever the name of the one was, when he says that songs about, death metal songs should be sung from the bowels of your lungs? Screaming at the top of your lungs is for blonde-haired people who sing about L.A. and a woman.
Oh,
did they make
I'm not
sure
that... I don't remember if that actually became a full song.
I can't remember. Like, was that Night Mamas?
There's... let me check my notes. There are a lot of like references to California in this song. Like there's that Sunset Strip, California, West Hollywood.
Liquid leather in each and equal measure, champagne glass, and mix them together.
Yeah. Wearing my tightest pants. There's like the references to the big city, leather, heart of a lion, flying guitars, tight pants. It's all hair metal stuff.
I earnestly, like, unironically love this song, like, because it's midnight.
It's a legitimately good hair metal song.
It's
like,
the first, like, song on here that I don't just like because it's, like, funny and it references something that I know, but, like, if I heard the song come on the radio, I'd be like, yeah, this is pretty good. I like this song. Yeah,
it sounds pretty much exactly like a song by Poison or something like that, for example.
Yeah, it's a pretty solid song here, and apparently it was included on Rock's the '80s version of Guitar Hero.
I have that for PS2. I'll have to try to unlock that song again one of these days if I can actually get the game to sync up properly with an HD TV.
I just like this one fact here. It says, when played on expert mode, the guitar/synth solo has been deemed ridiculously hard by even the most experienced players, and there's absolutely no citation. I just want to know who said that.
HR Wiki just has all sorts of stuff like that, which is completely subjective with no source.
And also, sorry, this is the last HR Wiki funny thing, or at least funny to me thing that I'll mention, but in the inside references, there's only one, and it says, this song contains another mention of pants.
You know, pants are a pretty common theme on Homestar Runner.
Yeah, but, like, the thing that kills me about that is, like, almost any show is inevitably going to have many references to pants. Because it's the clothes that you wear on your body.
People do wear pants. People be wearing pants.
Long pants all the time get some.
Before we move on, I just want to remind everyone that everyone in Limousine is just Matt Chapman in different outfits.
Different outfits with the same long blonde hair wig.
Yeah. There was a special feature on one of the first set of Strong Bad Email DVDs, which I remember because they were the only ones that I ever bought, where I think it was an Easter egg on the DVD, actually, which was just like a bunch of outtakes from them putting putting emails together, and it was the raw footage of Matt Chapman standing in front of a green screen and all the different Limousine outfits just posing.
It says limousine on the screen. Well, I didn't know that.
Yeah. So next up is Circles by the Kinda Long-Haired Band.
Circles. She's spinning me around in circles again. Oh, that skinny blonde girl. Something about the ages. Stop it. I failed college algebra again. Whoa,
Yeah, a white blues band fronted by Strong Bad.
Yeah. So this was from the theme party email where somebody from a fraternity asks what kind of party that he should throw. Strong Bad suggests that they can do a frat party. as the theme, and have a guy with kind of long hair who knows how to play guitar show up and sing about a skinny blonde girl.
She took me to places I'd never been before, like the university library.
Yeah, this song is just literally about being in college and a girl that he likes, kind of.
Yeah, but that she...
It's the ultimate dude with an acoustic guitar song.
Yeah, I like that they on the page they have here the country of origin, the free country USA, the genre, blues rock and blue-eyed soul, the members of the band, strong bad, a guitar player, and a harmonica player, and their discography, Circles from 2002.
Yeah, this was kind of the original "Anyway, Here's Wonderwall" meme, I feel like.
That's true. This website's ahead of the curve again with Circles here.
Yeah, Wonderwall had already obviously come out previously to this, but I don't think it really had been made into a meme quite yet.
Wait, did Circles come out basically in the same year this CD did as well? Because it says Circles was from 2002.
Theme Party, the email, came out in 2002, and then the CD came out a year after that.
Oh, okay.
So I don't have too much to say about this song other than that it's the extended version of the song from the original email.
And it's somehow 2 minutes and 13 seconds long.
Yeah.
And then, then next
Working
is
on the night staff at the computer lab. I totally found out her screen name.
And then next up is the 48-second long, let's get started on doing all those awesome things I suggested.
They got the, what? We got the, what? Oh, girl. Yeah, I said, oh, girl. Dang. You don't look half bad. You clean up pretty nice. What'd you do, take a shower? Use some bath salts. Anyways, you smell like apricots. Let's get started!
Nice.
Yeah, I'm totally going to include that entire song in the podcast, I think, just because it's that short. This was one of the ones that was a title in the original Strong Bad Sings cartoon song list. It's a hip-hop ballad, I guess, that never really starts.
He just says a bunch of things under his breath, and then right as the song is about to kick in, he stops.
Yeah. They got the, what? Oh, girl.
What'd you do? Take a shower? Use some bath salts? Yeah, there's really not a whole lot to say
No.
about this one, because it's just him doing some, rap ad-libs.
Yeah. The thumbnail on HR Wiki is unrelated to this, but it's the silhouette of girl Homestar from Different Town with Strong Bad singing to her.
They never did include that one on here, the song about him being a modestly hot girl to get him through the hard times.
Yeah, I think that might have actually come out after the CD came out.
That would make sense. They should do another one someday. And I don't think they ever would, because it was probably pretty expensive to do this.
Yeah.
But it'd be interesting.
Especially at this point in their career, when they were just starting to, I think at this point they had literally just quit their jobs because they were starting to make enough money off of merch sales.
Yeah, that's true. And now, I don't think Strong Homestar Runner merch sales are their primary income anymore.
Yeah, probably not. They've kind of moved on to other things.
But yeah, there's really not a whole lot else to say about let's get started doing all those awesome things I suggested.
Yeah, it's really more of a skit than a song.
Yeah, I think they just really wanted to include at least a couple of the fake songs that were on the original tune.
Yeah. Next up is Moving Very Slowly by Tarantula.
Bring down the state of your mind. Acid rains from above. Moving very slowly. Moving slowly. Moving very, very slowly. Very slowly. Slower and slower and slower and
This is another one that I unironically really enjoy.
Yeah. almost all of the lyrics are literally just moving very slowly, slower and slower and slower. And then there's like the stereotypical metal lyrics for 4 lines of like, you know, the world in darkness and stuff like that.
Yeah, it is kind of just like a Metallica song, or like it's a basic one of those thrash metal song. And according to HR Wiki, it's inspired by Tool's Sober.
Yeah. I don't know a whole lot about Tool, but I have heard that song. I do wonder if anybody who listens to the Stick is like a giant fan of Tool.
I think probably.
I know they had a song that came out recently, and I saw a couple people saying how awesome it was and also how bad it was equally.
Yeah, I'm not a huge Tool fan. There was one of their albums was kind of around in my house, but that's really about it in terms of my like. Actually, no.
Yeah.
I can't even remember. I might have bought a Tool album in like high school. I don't recall. But yeah, I don't really. If you are a big fan of the Stick and you're also a big fan of Tool, add us on Twitter at the Stick Pod on Twitter. There, let us know about your thoughts on Tool and whether or not this song sounds anything like Sober.
Yeah, send us a bottle of Maynard James Keenan's wine.
He dips bacon in so it's not vegan.
God, he's so cool and edgy.
Yeah. I'm just amazed. I always forget that there's people out there who are still like the, you know, Epic Bacon 2009 thing, like still right now. And every time I see it, it's just like viscerally painful.
Yeah, Epic Bacon mustache. I feel like maybe that's like where the part of where the like the meat only diet that a couple of online guys were doing.
Oh yeah, that
came from.
Honestly, probably. I feel like that it's like this slow evolution from, you know, this is a picture of my salad and it's like a plate full of bacon. It's only like a step further from that to like unironically only drinking like beef blood for your for all of your meals there.
It's the logical next step from Epic Mealtime.
Oh god, Epic Mealtime. Didn't they like, God, I know that stuff's over now, but they lasted till like 2015. That is such a long time for Epic Mealtime to have lasted for.
And they might have done like some actual like episodes where they make real edible food, but it's a long time for a show to last that is almost entirely just about wasting food.
That's true. It's like if every single episode of, and obviously I think most, if not all episodes of the Filthy Frank show are bad, but it's like if every single episode was one of those gross out ones where they just made disgusting food, like out of like people's body parts or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a really genuinely awful idea for a show, and I feel like binging with Babish is like the dialectical synthesis of all those terrible food shows from the mid-2000s.
Yeah. The only other thing that I noticed about this having to do with Metallica is that I think the way that the words are pronounced is a little bit reminiscent of how James Hetfield sings things when he's trying to put emphasis on them. Like, he tends to do the thing that they do here, where at the end of words that end in vowels, he'll be like, slowly.
Oh yeah, the
it's like turning it into like a yelling, like growling type thing, or like barking, I guess.
Yeah, I remember there being one of those like this really old like impact font meme from this metal page that I used to follow in grade school, and they had like a picture of James Hetfield, and it said on it something to the effect of we don't know what James Hetfield is saying in this picture, but there's a 90% chance it's yeah.
Yeah, I think that's pretty fair.
Yeah, and I think that's it's either a Metallica song or the Melvins, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's
yeah. So after that comes the Sweet Cup and Cakes theme.
which again, I don't really think there's much you can say about this one.
Yeah, there's no like the intro of this you heard before on the actual show, but yeah, this just came out of nowhere. Like they literally just came up with this song for the CD.
Yeah, it's just some people talking to themselves about Sweet Cup and Cakes, the show.
Yeah. Have you ever watched this show? Just this once, I didn't know.
Can you see where I'm going? Sherlock mumbling.
I didn't know that character was named Sherlock. I thought he was just called Cowcopter.
Yeah, I don't remember where he would have been named.
Yeah. Characters, Sherlock. It was learned that his name was Sherlock from the Strong Bad Email DVD. Previously, he had been referred to as Cowcopter in the sketchbook, as well as in the program for his GIF. If not for the Brothers Chaps mentioning it, his name would never have been known. Oh. So yeah, I guess that's where it came. That's where it came from. That's where it came from. I'm regressing into Homestar Runner language again.
Well, I think the quality archivists on Homestar Runner Wiki for letting us know where his real name came from. Anyways, yeah. I don't really think there's much to say unless you've got anything else about the Sweet Cup and Cakes theme song. It's 56 seconds long. It has almost no lyrics.
The wiki says there's some controversy about the identity of who says "Hey Steve" at the end, because it doesn't actually sound like "Hey Steve," and that controversy is just referring to a 4-line discussion on the talk page of this song.
Man, I really wish I had a chance to be part of the community for HR Wiki, because it sounds like a really...
Yeah, so next up is, which is another thing which I would hesitate to call a song, but it's I Think I Have a Chance with This Guy by What's Her Face.
2, 3, 4, I think I have a chance with this guy. I think I have a chance with this guy. I think I have a chance with this guy. Guy. I think I have a chance with this guy. I hope I do a dance with this guy. I hope I put a trance with this guy. I think I'll lend some pants with this guy. Hope I go to France with this guy. Think I'll put some hands with this guy. Guy. I think I have a chance with this guy. I think I have a chance with this guy. Think I have a chance with this guy. Guy. Bye.
This was effectively, I think, just an excuse to represent Teen Girl Squad on the CD, because there was barely any Teen Girl Squad when this CD came out. There was only, I think, 4 episodes out by this point.
Yeah, I'm not entirely honestly. Yeah, I don't think there would have been very much. I wasn't really watching this in 2003, but that would make sense because Teen Girl Squad was one of the things I remember watching, and it was mostly coming out when I was actually watching the show. I remember most of the episodes came out then, so that would make sense. Yeah, this one isn't really a song. She almost exclusively says, I think I have a chance with this guy, and then I hope I do a dance with this guy. I hope I put a trance on this guy. I think I'll lend some pants to this guy. I think I'll go to France with this guy.
I think I'll put some ants on this guy.
Oh, yeah, I'll put some ants. And then the inside references says, what's her face wants to do a dance, put a trance, lend some pants, go to France, and put some ants on her gentleman collar.
Those aren't inside references. They're just rhyming words.
They're
just inside references to you because you've documented every time that they use the word dance on the website.
Yeah, dancing is a well-enjoyed activity in the Homestar Runner universe. It's just a whole page with every single time any character dances or says the word dance or dancing.
Yeah, it's... Oh, God.
There's a link to trance or the page. The link for trance links to hypnosis. The description is only hypnosis seems to come up now and again, and then it's five times when hypnosis shows up.
This is literally just the same thing as that comic of the person who says that the word cake, and then somebody comes up to them and they're like, Portal reference.
Yeah, pretty much. Holy shit, dude, is that a JoJo reference?
Oh, God. Okay. Well, now we're 10 songs deep, so I think we're making some good progress. Up next is It's Like It Was Meant to Be.
I'm not kidding. No, I'm not kidding. I've never been more serious in my life. My life.
which I don't think has. I don't think it came from anywhere. I think it was just a brand new song for this CD.
Yeah, I honestly, I have to say that this is probably my least favorite one on the record. I don't really care for it. It was like it was meant to be.
Yeah, it's not much. It's not much to talk about. It's just like a minute-long rock ballad where Strong Bad says things like, "I'm not kidding. I'm seriously not kidding. I'll never stop joking. Oh, wait, I mean I will stop joking."
Because I'm serious, it's like it was meant to be. And apparently it's the guitar lead-in is extremely similar to the one from Don't Stop Believing by Journey.
Oh yeah, the like...
Yeah.
I've played a lot of Guitar Hero, so I remember that very well.
They have that one, and again, there's really not a whole lot to say about that one, but there's... next up is another Limousine song, which is actually like a full, fleshed-out hair metal song here, with tablature from the Homestar Runner wiki, if you're interested.
Oh yeah, let's talk about Night Mamas.
Yeah, it's the second Limousine song on here, and the I don't know. I'm always amused by the lyrics here, which the song is mostly the chorus.
Yeah,
which is Night Mamas always save a dance for a crazy mama jamma like me. Night Mamas. And the sun
always
goes
take
down.
a chance on a crazy shangalanga, or crazy shingachonga, a crazy lingalonga.
And when the sun goes down, there's a place around here with a sign out front that says, "Ladies in free after 9:15 p.m." Night Mamas always take it.
I like this song too. Like, Limousine songs are always pretty well written.
Yeah, I feel like they've always put their most their most effort into Limousine songs, except for Feed the Children's.
Yeah, the song where they did not come up with legit lyrics and just use na-nas, hey-heys, and doot-doos.
What's the one where they released an album consisting just of the audio from them having brunch?
I didn't remember that until you just said that, and I don't remember where it's from.
I know it's from the Record Store Day tune, but I don't remember the name of the song. Because they called it something. It was like the fifth. It was a repressing of the audio from their fifth reunion brunch or something like that.
Yeah, Record Store Day was a thing that they participated in for, I think, maybe just that 1 year or maybe a couple years, because I know they also put out that sloshy song that was released only for like the Fisher-Price music box turntable.
Oh yeah, actually, was that We Don't Even Really Care About You, or was that like?
I don't know. It might have been a new song. I think that that Robert Schneider from the Apples in Stereo helped them get it manufactured.
That's the Apples in Stereo, man. That is a name I haven't heard in a very long time.
Yeah. They also had their brief moment in pop culture back in the early aughts, because they had a song that they wrote for the Powerpuff Girls.
Oh, I did not know that. I only knew them because I really liked In the Airplane Over the Sea in high school, and so I looked up the Elephant Six bands.
Oh yeah, sure.
I'll have to look.
He's done a lot of things in his career, including writing some mathematical research papers.
Oh shit! I did not know that. That's pretty cool. I know he did a song about using a key signature that he came up with or something like that, based around frequency.
Yeah, the non-Pythagorean scale that he came up with.
I remember there was a couple of those on one of the Apples in Stereo albums.
Yeah, on New Magnetic Wonder had a couple non-Pythagorean compositions. And then there was a song on their most recent album before Bill Doss died, Travelers in Space and Time, called CPU, which was like a full like pop song written in that scale.
I'm gonna have to check that out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I never really dug into the Apples in Stereo very much, but I liked. I don't remember the name of the album or the song now, but they had one like it was one of their ones from like the '90s. It all sounds a bit like an REM song. Anyways, I'll tell you later, because I don't want to hold the episode up trying to remember what that song was. But yeah, I like some of their stuff.
Come on, Tuning Fork.
Absolutely, yeah. I'll come on Tuning Fork. We can talk. Did the Apples in Stereo have like a well or poorly reviewed song on Pitchfork?
I think most of their albums got like in the mid like 6 to 7 range. I think they maybe had one album that got above 8. Yeah, they weren't like the best reviewed Elephant Six band that there ever was. I'm pretty sure that was Neutral Milk Hotel or the Olivia Tremor Control.
Oh, almost certainly. There's like a retrospective review somewhere where they've given a perfect 10 to In the Airplane Over the Sea.
Yeah, I think so. Let's move on to, I think the next one is Sensitive to Bees.
Booze, 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 ouch. I've heard some people say
You surely quit playing this song.
that you can't count on a beat to pay,
Oh, well, I will agree with that one.
and they
Yeah,
won't
good
look
point
you
there.
in the eye, and all they wanna do is fly real high, but you gotta love them anyway.
doing? Are you guys eating?
I don't care what they say.
This might be my favorite song on the CD, actually.
I was listening to this one again right before I came on because I wanted to hear what Strong Bad was saying in the background.
Yeah.
Is there a? This is a brand new song. It doesn't even have any reference, like any like specific reference to a skit or an episode. But I feel like Strong Bad's background vocals have something to do with something to do with the episode where he dresses up as the bee, from nature, for Halloween.
And it turns out that it was Homestar dressing up as Strong Bad as the bee.
This is strong because then the goblin dressed up as Homestar.
Or like the other way around. I don't remember exactly which way it was, but yeah, something like that happens at the end. Yeah, and like this could have been made into a short, I feel like. Just because it's a really good character moment, I feel like, between the three characters, Marzipan, Strong Bad, and Homestar. Like, just Strong Bad just continuously, like, heckling Marzipan as she plays this song about bees and birds and things that are cute.
I like that Strong Bad agrees on all the negative things that she says about bees.
Yeah.
Here, I've heard some people say that you can't count on a bee to play, and then Strong Bad says, well, I will agree with you on that one. Got a point there.
Have you ever walked outside and got run over by a big truck? He comments on how she rhymes cute with cute and then rhymes cute, cute, and cute.
Yeah, cute, and cute. You're the poet laureate of... And then he gets cut off by her yelling buzz.
Yeah.
And then right at the very end, Strong Bad, all right, don't tell anybody I sang along with you, Homestar, but you can tell them I did. No thanks.
Yeah, I don't think Marzipan actually cares for Homestar. I think that she's got ulterior motives in their relationship.
Absolutely. Also, inside references here. Strong Bad sings about being hit by a truck.
Getting hit by a truck is a link to getting run over, which is a description of an activity in which characters get injured by a moving vehicle hitting them. Especially during Halloween at night. Okay. I don't remember that happening in every Halloween episode, but I guess so.
They've got they do have a good Teen Girl Squad gag is the image, though, the 10 o'clock and 2 o'clock.
Yeah.
Where cheerleader gets killed by a car.
Yeah.
Who knows? Maybe
So
I guess
that's
not sensitive to bees there.
yeah, that's sensitive to bees. And next up is my stepmom's favorite song on the CD. You've got an ugly and stupid butt.
You've got an ugly butt and a stupid butt. Oh, girl, you got an ugly butt. Hey, oh, girl, you got a stupid butt. Ooh, every girl, you got an ugly butt. Every girl, you got a stupid butt. Hey, oh, girl, ugly butt. Oh, stupid butt. What
Ugly and again, this one's only 30 seconds long, but why is it your stepmom's favorite song on the album?
Well, like, my dad met my stepmom a couple years after this CD came out, so I like had a little bit of time to get familiar with it, and so like I brought it on a car trip once, and like she had never, I feel like she'd never actually watched Homestar Runner, but she thought it was funny anyway. The CD was, and so like the song came on, and she just like died laughing the first time she heard it, and then like after that, she'd like to get my attention, she'd start singing the song to me.
Girl, you've got an ugly butt. Hey, you've got a stupid butt.
And I always thought that he says, "White girl, you've got an ugly butt." And almost the whole talk page about this song on the wiki is about whether he says "white girl" or not.
Oh God, I have to see it. Yeah, the lyrics should be changed to "What girl?" White girl doesn't sound like what Strong Bad would say. It's definitely white girl. I also think it's white girl. Considering the type of song they're making fun of white girls having uglier butts than black girls, I'm changing it back.
Yeah, they got a lot of content out of the 30 seconds that this song is. But this is another one that actually I think got sung in the original Strong Bad Sings cartoon. And the original version of it was not too much shorter than this.
They've got another argument that I appreciate on the talk page, because I was actually going to ask you about this. The style is listed as R&B/salsa, and there is a debate on the talk page about whether or not this song can actually be called a salsa song, and with Kermack arguing that the song is definitely not salsa, it's some form of Afropop, and then someone else saying that it's more like Baby Got Back by Sir Mix-a-Lot, so it's a hip-hop song. And as a complete side note, Kermack banned me from the Homestar Runner wiki years ago when I posted a bunch of random vandalism on it with a friend of mine when I was like 12.
There you go. That's
a name that it's funny.
That's you being involved in the HR wiki community like you want it to be.
Yeah, I'm getting banned for vandalizing some page on the wiki when I was 12. 9 years later, there he is again, complaining about
it. Kind of sounds Afro-poppy. It at least sounds like they're simulating Afro-pop, kind of like Vampire Weekend did on their first two albums.
Yeah, that makes sense there. I remember reading, ironically again, a Pitchfork review of Vampire Weekend where they called them the Young Republicans version of an Afro-pop band.
Oh God, yeah. When we talk about Vampire Weekend on Tuning Fork, I'll have to bring that line up.
It's one of my favorite, like, in terms of mean Pitchfork reviews that I kind of agree with.
Yeah. Up next is the full version of Coach Z's famous hit rap single, These Peoples Try to Fade Me.
These people try to fade me. Call me on my cell phone. I get busy. These people try to fade me. Call me on my cell phone. I get busy. I got to see the sweet doctor. Doctor Sweet. I got to see the sweet doctor. Doctor Sweet. I got the grown-up beats. I'm Doctor Sweet. I got the grown-up beats. I'm Doctor Beats. These people try to fade. These people try to fade. These people drop a
This one is unironically my favorite one on the record, as a side note. I know I said I liked a couple, but this one's probably my favorite. Unironic enjoyment is These Peoples Try to Fade Me.
He finally gets to do his rap song. This might actually be the first time that I heard him rap a full song, because I think Hip Hop Dance from the end of the New Boots cartoon and Rap Song with PCP didn't come out until later.
I think so, yeah. I think this is the first one that he actually does rapping. And in both times he starts to do it in a couple of different tunes. And people always cut him off because nobody wants to hear him rap.
Yeah. He's not the best rapper, but he's a rapper.
He tries to start doing it in New Hands, and in Coach Z's video, in his character video, he twice tries to start rapping.
He at least listens to a lot of rap, because he, like, at least half of his Halloween costumes are him dressing up as famous people from hip hop groups.
I love when he dresses up as Kwame and he's getting like Strong Bad's interrogating him if he's running out of 80s rappers to dress up as.
And he dressed up as Kid from Kid and Play one time.
And he can't name any actual things that Kwame did beyond the fact that he says his name. Because I'm reasonably certain that my name is Kwame.
Did he ever dress up as the guy with the codpiece from Cameo? from the Word Up video?
I don't think so, but it would fit. This one also, I feel like if we ever get like a Patreon and like sponsors and stuff, we can open up the section with the bit where he goes, Coach Z's got money, but not much. Coach Z's got money, but not much. Coach Z's got money, but not much. I could use $1. I could use a couple bucks.
I'm so old school. 1 2 1 2. They tore the school down. 1 2 1 2.
Where are my lasers at? Where my lasers at? All the peoples try to tell me where my lasers at, and your mother tried to show me all the laser crabs. I got a bunch of types, a bunch of laser dabs. Make laser gun noises. Wait,
do you think that Coach Z is good at doing a laser dab?
I'd like to see what a laser dab looks like and how it varies from a regular dab.
We can come up with that emoji. I think just like combine the thanking emoji with the dab emoji.
Yeah, we actually have to do that now. Make it the first original the stick Discord emoji.
Yeah. Pew pew pew.
These peoples try to fade me. These peoples drop the bar.
He can freaking flow at the same time.
And believe me, there is a difference. There's my...
In the context of hip-hop, fade was originally a gang term to kill someone, although now it can simply mean to put down or disgrace.
To dab is to apply with short poking strokes. A dab is also a small flatfish, limanda, also known as the common dab.
Coach Z was actually just the first person to learn the actual dab dance move, I think.
I like this. The original summary read, Coach Z drops science, but not much.
Yeah. Well, unless you've got anything else about this song.
No, I'm good with this one here. Although they do tell you, actually, sorry, yes, I just read this right before I left the page in the real world references here. The symbol in the top right hand corner in the video when Coach Z says I'm Dr. Sweet resembles the I can't pronounce that word, the caduceus, I think? No, that's not right. A symbol of commerce, which is often mistakenly reused in place of the rod of Acephalus, the symbol of medicine. So in case you were wondering what the medical symbol in the corner was, it's that.
I think it's caduceus.
That would make sense, yeah. All right, yeah.
Up next is a 34-second song called The Ladies in My Town All Know My Name. This is just one where they took the title from Strong Bad Sings and tried to do something with it, and that's pretty much it. It's in the style of psychedelic rock, kind of sounds vaguely like old-timey porn music.
Yeah, there's really not a whole lot to this one either.
No. I think we're now at about 34 seconds talking about it, so let's move on.
Yeah.
Dangeresque 2 theme song, the full title of which is The Theme from Dangeresque 2. This time it's not Dangeresque 1.
He's got some Chinese stars, and he keeps them under the bed with a length of pipe. Dangeresque. That guy is dangerous. The mighty oak has fallen. If movies have taught me anything, he'll get the girl. Stick it to the man, stick it to the man.
Yeah,
This one is this one's another top tier one, I think, on this CD.
oh,
to
for
me.
sure. It's kind of like the Shaft theme song almost, or a
Yeah.
Bond theme.
The style is Spy theme song.
And I guess that is a style of music.
It totally is.
That guy is. Movies have taught me anything. He'll get the girl, and then Marzipan says, or maybe not.
The thing about Dangeresque is that he fights the law, but he also fights the crime, but not as much.
He fights the crime, but not much. But yeah,
that's the Ronaldo feature in this song.
he fights the crime, but not much. Also, I always think when he says he works alone, except for when he works with Ronaldo, which is all the time.
I guess he works with Ronaldo all the time, which I guess I never really got that impression from the cartoons. I guess I only ever figured that he kind of used Ronaldo in cases where he needed like to take a term from a Spider-Man movie when he needed a guy in the chair.
Because he's basically like, is it Q? What's the name of the woman in James Bond who gives him all of his missions?
M.
Oh, M. That's right. Q
is the one who gives him all the equipment.
Oh, okay. Is there also a Q in Star Trek, or who am I thinking of?
Yeah, Q is the like all-powerful entity from Star Trek: The Next Generation, who's like part of a continuum of other entities, also known as Q, who can do anything they want.
So he's like the Beyond Door, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, and
the backup singers in this song are good.
The Dangeresque length of pipe.
Yeah, I love the length of pipe.
Length of pipe. There's one other one I was trying to find here. Oh yeah, he's his various occupations. He's a private eye, a crooked cop, a secret agent, and a celebrity pharmacist.
I'd like to see the Dangerous movie about him being a celebrity pharmacist. Like who are some he could write a prescription for crack stuntmen, I guess.
Yeah, that's true. I
tried to think of a celebrity from the universe, and crack stuntman was the first one I came up with.
Yeah, there's really not that many who aren't like musicians, I guess, because there's Tenarance Love.
Yeah.
Divided by Tenarance Love. I don't think Tenarance Love was a character yet, I guess, because he doesn't show up on this one either. Him and PCP don't really appear here.
Yeah. Tenarance Love, I think, first showed up as like a name on a poster for like a hip hop party or something like that, and then he showed up later in a Coach Z song.
He sings the hook to a Coach Z song. Because he's Tenarance Love.
If Dangeresque, yeah.
Oh yeah, say what you're gonna say.
If Dangeresque did get the girl, it would be Marzipan, as she is the only girl. So I understand why Marzipan says, or maybe not here.
That makes sense, yeah. I don't really think there's not a whole lot else about the Dangeresque 2 theme. We should do an episode at some point about Dangeresque, though. I don't know if there'd be enough to talk about, because it's not super long in terms of, as a series.
I'd have to dig into the stuff that never actually made the website. I think there was some stuff from video games or from DVDs that got re-released later.
I'll have to check that, because I honestly, Dangeresque is another one I don't really know a whole lot about, other than that they occasionally reference it in Strong Bad Emails, and that one where he has Dangeresque 2 divided by 3 equals 6 or something like that.
I'm looking at the little footer on the Dangeresque lyrics page, and there is a whole section here about all of the Dangeresque movies, and a couple of them are puppet-based, so that might be why you haven't seen them.
Oh, that would make sense. I'm going to have to dig into this then, because we should definitely do a Dangeresque episode at some point, because it's one of the more weird kind of things that happen on there.
It's got almost as much content as Cheat Commandos anyway, so we could probably get an episode out of it.
Oh, for sure. And it's got another song, too, even. Today is All Right for Tonight.
Oh, yeah. I love that song. Well, today is all right for tonight. Riding in a Corvette and feeling all right.
Yeah, they got... And it's after that they have another one, probably the best of the 3 short songs on here. The really short ones anyway, from the actual cartoon. Somebody told me, now I believe them.
Somebody told me that you were so stupid, but I didn't believe them. But now I believe them. Somebody told me that you were so stupid, but I didn't believe them. But so stupid, but I didn't believe them. But now I believe them. Somebody told me that you were so stupid, but I didn't believe them. And now I believe them. You're not cool.
Yeah. I didn't think based on the original from the cartoon that this was how it would sound. They like turned it into a country line dance.
Song I'm vote Strong Bad discovering that everyone is stupid except for him.
Yeah. It's the theme of him showing up to the party where everyone's name tag says crap for brains. Oh, hey, crap for brains. Oh, what's up, crap for brains? You're looking good.
And that see also poop for brains. See also brain for brains. See.
The last line of this song is you're not cool.
Somebody told me that you were so stupid. Somebody told me that you were so stupid, but I didn't believe them. But now I believe them.
It's not confidential that everyone's stupid. Everyone's stupid but me.
But yeah, that's, again, this one, unfortunately, other than that, I don't think there's much else to say other than that it's a bluegrass song where he repeatedly says that he didn't believe someone when they told him that you were stupid, but you are, apparently, according to Strong Bad. If you're listening to that song, who's stupid? The girl reading this.
Yep. Up next is The Cheat Is Not Dead.
Strong said, I didn't know you had any rhythm.
Oh, sure, I got tons of rhythm.
All right, guys, keep it rolling for me. Keep it rolling. Come on. I cracked wise at the cheat. But in my defense, he cracked wise at me first. I hope it doesn't end up in a hearse at the cemetery. Because once again, that would mean that he's dead. The cheat is not dead.
Which comes from the Caper Strong Bad email and is a gospel song. I like this one. It's kind of like a We Are the World type song.
I like it too. I'm kind of laughing at it being called a gospel song on here.
Yeah. It's pretty much just a song that's Strong Bad feeling bad about falling out of the good graces of the cheat.
Yeah, the cheat is not dead. Wow, this choir harmonizes. The cheat is not dead. Spoken. You guys sound great.
Strong. We find out here that Strong Sad has quote tons of rhythm.
And because he does the hand claps for the cheat is not dead.
Oh sure, I got tons of rhythm.
They also have a list of all of the differences between this recording and the version in Caper.
Oh, good.
Most of which are like incredibly minor. Like the timing,
of Strong Bad's first is different.
Yeah, that's my favorite one.
Oh, God.
Until the beginning of the second verse, the music is very similar to the email version.
Yeah, the second verse didn't exist in the original version. But it is a good verse about how Strong Bad cracked wise at the cheat, but in his defense, he cracked wise at me first.
Apparently, this song is very similar to Petula Clark's "A Sign of the Times," which I have not heard before, so I cannot comment if whether that's true or not.
No, the only song of hers that I know is "When Life Is Making You Lonely, You Can Always Go Downtown."
Dune Tune.
Dune Tune.
Petula Clark has a song that Pink Floyd references on one of the songs on the wall. She I don't remember which one it is, but she sings something about like wanting the boys to come home, and Roger Waters mentions it at some point. I don't exactly remember why.
It's got some. So I think the way that it turns into a gospel song is just in the CD version, where at the end it kind of gets like up tempo and has like the hand claps in the back and the choir behind him repeating "Cheat is not dead."
That's true. Like I'm more familiar with the version from the episode, which just is kind of more him just kind of singing. Well, it's not really doesn't have a genre specifically.
No, that's just Strong Bad keyboard music genre.
The cheat is not. I have to say though, the Strong Bad keyboard music genre, honestly, that's probably the reason I ended up liking sort of like lo-fi music and all that kind of stuff as much as I did, is listening to the background music and stuff like that was just kind of played on a Casio keyboard. That's why I
Yeah.
like advanced bass so much now, is because he plays all his stuff on the Casio too.
What's that guy's name? Owen something?
Yeah, I honestly, let me look it up here quickly. Advanced.
Owen Ashworth. Yeah.
Yeah, because I find like there's a lot of like those lo-fi bands and stuff from the mid 2000s that all kind of sound a bit like Homestar music.
Yeah, it's like, and there was a couple bands that were people like first figuring out how they could collaborate over the internet and make music together, and they usually involved a lot of toy keyboards like that.
I'm trying to remember. I do you know the band Fog by any chance?
Yeah. I've it's been a long time, but I have listened to at least one of their albums before.
I was gonna say that I think a lot of the early stuff by Fog kind of falls into that, and all those sort of like Lex/Mush/Anticon kind of recording artists all fall into that sort of style of music where it's all very low fidelity, made on like some broken keyboard in your parents' house kind of music that
Yeah.
kind of evoked, I think subconsciously evoked Homestar Runner for me when I was listening to it, and that's why I ended up enjoying it.
Yeah. It's I definitely had a time when I was like way into anything that sounded like they weren't trying to make it sound good. Like anything that sounded DIY or whatever you want to call that.
Oh, absolutely. Like the amount of time like I spent like digging through, like that's like the very, very early Black Moth Super Rainbow stuff where it was just like him singing into a laptop mic.
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah, let's move on to the last non-secret song on here, which is a recording of a live version of Everybody to the Limit.
Board games. I'm like, come on, for who were gods? I say, come on, for who were gods? Everybody to the limit. The cheat is to the limit. Everybody come on, for who were gods? I say, come on, for who were gods? I say, come on, for who were gods? We fit to break it all down. Fit to break it all down. We fit to break it all down. Come on, one time. Pretty good job of breaking it down there, guys.
The live recording from Reykjavik.
Yeah, Reykjavik as opposed to Reykjavik.
Where they have, and for some reason it opens up with Strongbad saying, problematic, getting problematic. Which I don't...
This was before the word problematic had a whole different connotation. Because 2003 was before internet cancel culture.
That's true. I'm wondering, like, what did he mean by that then?
I think it was just probably like a word that sounded cool being said in that rhythm. Like, problematic. Yeah, get problematic.
That would make sense. Yeah. The vocoded synthesizer says, everybody to the limit, yeah. Okay. Yeah. This is going to sound really bad. I did not know this song wasn't actually live until right now. I didn't realize.
Yeah, it's a quote-unquote live recording.
In West Reykjavik.
With just a crowd noise added in the background, and everyone starts chanting Trogdor at the end of it. So, for those who don't know what Everybody to the Limit is, it's a song that was based on one of, like, probably the first 10 Strong Bad emails, which was just somebody sent the words "I love you" and then signed it from just a bunch of like garbled nonsense as their name, and he shortened it to Fhqwgads, spelled FHQWHGADS.
Yes, they just and he said in the time, that's when he painted the semi-recurring character guy with a big knife.
Yeah, it's a very culturally important touchstone, that email.
Yeah, it's that one. In song about Sibi at the end, they explain how to spell Fhqwgads, where I believe Homestar pronounces it Fuhuguds or something like that. And he's trying to teach him how to do it properly.
Yeah, he's like saying fugu grass.
Fugu grass.
Fubu Magoo.
The correct mention is Fhqwgads, and then they spell it out in the International Phonetic Alphabet.
Oh, good. So even people from Reykjavik can say it correctly. The cheat is overwhelmed.
Which is apparently a reference to a Minutemen song.
Yeah, I don't know much about the Minutemen. I've listened to a couple of songs of theirs. They have a lot of like stream of consciousness songs in their early stuff, I feel like.
Yeah, I don't know much about them outside of like I listened to all of Double Nickels on the Dime in the background when I was working on an essay once, so I didn't like listen to it, but I just kind of know of their existence. I don't remember anything about the Big Foist, which is what they claim this line is a reference to.
I always get the Minutemen confused with the Walkmen, who are a much more contemporary band.
I don't think I've heard of the Walkmen.
They're like a folk rock band, I think.
I'll have to check that out. I've never heard of that band. Are they good?
I have no idea. I just know that they were kind of in the oeuvre that Tuning Fork pays attention to, and I always saw a bunch of reviews of their music.
I'll have to take a look at that at some point then. But yeah, this one again is basically just the same words as the original "Take It to the Limit," except at the end where he does them in a call and response about Trogdor. Say burninate, burninate. Cheat is overwhelmed. Yeah, the thing honestly that makes me doubt that the cheat is overwhelmed is actually a reference to the Minutemen. Is that this is a dance song and the Minutemen are like a punk band?
Yeah.
I think it's I think it's a bit of a coincidence.
Puppet Strong Bad later performed this live with They Might Be Giants.
Oh, cool. Do you know if it was a live Puppet Homestar performance or a live They Might Be Giants performance?
Yeah, it was. I think it was at a They Might Be Giants show. And I remember seeing that like right as I was getting into They Might Be Giants that Homestar would show up. Homestar and Strong Bad would show up at their shows briefly, like in between songs.
Yeah, that's actually how I found out about They Might Be Giants was through Homestar Runner, and then a honestly fairly negative review of Microbots in the Rolling Stone.
Yeah, welcome to Giants Confirmed, everybody.
Yeah, we're bringing together all the Noise Space podcasts here, and today today we're talking about episode 4, season 5 of Lost. Welcome to Island Shuffle here.
Welcome to Brothers Strong Make Do.
That should have been what we called this show.
Yeah, that's the new name. We'll have Summer remake the art. It's gonna be fine.
Brothers Strong, just Photoshop our faces over crudely over top of the drawings
of Stephanie and Alex.
Yeah, on the show.
Yeah. So after a couple of minutes of silence, you get a secret song called Secret Song, sung by Homestar Runner.
Secret song, I can't believe it's you. I never knew it was true. Oh, secret song. Secret song.
And it's, as you were saying right before we recorded, hard to listen to.
Yeah, it's not very good, and I mean it's on purpose not very good. Also, It's a genre as love song, if that helps anybody here. But yeah,
it gives me the real feeling that it's Homestar sitting at a piano and not being able to play it very well. And I also get the feeling that it was made by Matt Chapman sitting at a piano without writing the song first. He just kind of hit record and started playing a thing.
Yeah, that makes sense. It sounds a lot like when the H. John Benjamin did that album with a jazz band, where it was them, and then it just him poorly playing piano and singing with professional jazz musicians.
I need to actually listen to that at some point. I keep hearing about it, and good on him for being willing to do something like that, put himself out there.
Yeah, because basically the whole concept of the album is him being bad at doing something, so it's a very sort of self-deprecating joke that I can appreciate.
Yeah, it's kind of his Coach McGurk personality coming out.
But yeah, there's really, honestly, I feel like unfortunately we've had to say this a lot, but there's not much else to say other than that about Secret Song. It's just kind of Homestar singing Secret Song over and over again, and occasionally saying that songs are made of mysteries.
And clouds are made of moonbeams.
Yeah, other than that, it's just him singing about how the song is secret. It's the secretest song on the album, and then poorly playing some piano chords.
Yep. For an album that that's based on a Flash cartoon, which is entirely self-referencing humor, I think they didn't do half bad.
I agree with that. There's honestly quite a few genuinely, like, even removed from the humor of it. There's quite a few actually good songs on the album, and I like it quite a bit.
Yeah, they did enough with the limousine concept that it warranted them actually playing a show as Limousine once. And I think that just kind of speaks to how well that concept was thought of.
Yeah, I wish that I was like able to have actually like experienced specifically that kind of stuff as it was happening, like when they would have been doing live shows and pieces like that. Because I would have loved to have seen Limousine do a live show as Limousine.
Yeah, it's the gorillas of the Homestar Runner universe.
Yeah, when they're live, they just use like the Tupac holograms of 4 different Matt Chapmans.
Yeah, exactly. This was a very important album to 15-year-old me, and I hadn't listened to it for probably 6 or 7 years before recording this episode, and I think it still holds up pretty well. It's not like a super awesome album, but at the same time, it brings me right back to that point in my life, and I think that's important.
Absolutely. Like, I still really enjoy most of the music on it, and yeah, I'm a pretty big fan, and I'm glad I got the chance to listen back through this again for this episode, because it was nice to hear all the songs again.
Yeah, and again, we'll have you on Tuning Fork to talk about an album that's not related to Homestar Runner at some point.
I look forward to that happening.
Cool.
Anyways, I think we've been recording for almost an hour and a half.
Yeah. So yeah, that's been this episode of The Stick. We'd like to thank Hyper Chicken for the theme song, Always Beezing and Doozing, Summer Geist for making our awesome album art. Go check out Summer at Stellar Ghost on Twitter. And I'm David. You can follow me on Twitter at Daves. Listen to Tuning Fork, which is my other show on Noisespace.xyz with host Matt, also of HKIP and the runner of this podcast network.
Yep. And I've been Eden. You can find me on Henry Kissinger's Pokemon Going to Die, which is the leftism podcast here with Matt and others here on Noisespace, and also on Twitter at TP_Albuquerque.
And as we always say,
no bravalo.
No bravalo. Your mother tried to show me all the laser crabs. Pew pew pew.
3, 4, and this little weirdo would be a modestly hot girl to help me through the hard times. You know, the kind that are only sorta hot, so they don't mess around with other guys. I'm forever your girl.